With YNW Melly sitting inside a jail for over 5 years now, his mother Jamie King has been worried about his health and safety, as new concerns has risen since it was revealed that Melly is not even allowed to use a phone or even look at his own mail.
My son has not been convicted of anything, and even other inmates that have been convicted or anything, they have the right to use a telephone. They have a right to be allowed to write letters to their loved ones, to receive their mail. They hold his mail, they don't give it to him.
Now, YNW Melly's mother had to make a move to save her son. She started a petition to just have law officials look into his jail situation and how he is treated. 50,000 signatures in the state of Florida later, and we have still heard nothing. YNW Melly's mother then had to take it to a public interview to go and state the following.
When you saw Melly's statement, just saying how he's been hurt, how he's scared for his life, as a mother, how did that make you feel?
It's heartbreaking. It made me feel completely helpless. Broward Sheriff's Office definitely needs to be investigated. I mean, they are making up their own rules. We've tried to go to court about this situation. The judge really doesn't have any jurisdiction when it comes to the jail, because we actually had a hearing about the mistreatment of him, and the jail they make their own rules. And I don't think that's fair, because I know that they need to answer to someone too.
As Melly's lawyers are also very aware of his current jail situation. They have tried getting Melly a bond multiple times before the retrial begins. However, it was denied for one specific reason. It all begins with a report of Melly's mother, Jamie King, informed a friend about the trial update and the appeal process via Instagram Live. King shared that the appeal process could take anywhere from 5 months to 1 year, meaning the Melly retrial is not likely to start anytime soon.
It delayed my baby's trial again,
So it finished, and now it was
a mistrial.
Oh, okay.
And they didn't give him a bond, which I've never heard of people not getting a bond on a mistrial.
I have
a retrial.
I have, because my kids' people same happened and no bond. Yeah.
It's like what? And then now it's delayed again, because the judge ruled on a bunch of evidence from the first trial that wasn't going to be allowed to be used.
Right.
So the prosecutors appealed the ruling. So now it's gone to the 4th DCA. And that can take anywhere between 5 months and a year.
Yeah,
so you don't like what the judge said because your warrants were illegal.
As he was denied his bond for what the new lead prosecutor and Danny Polo found on YNW Melly's Facebook account. Danny Polo was the undercover police agent who was wearing a shiesty mask during the original Melly trial. He teamed up with the new lead prosecutor and went on Melly's Facebook, in which they found something very concerning.
Same thing, the use of the slap term, 5-point star, snake. He's saying he's YSL, he's hanging with Young Thug. And he puts up his YNW for life hashtag on it with the 5-point star as well. Mr. Devins has big B hand signs displayed.
Okay, and see with individuals again, I'm assuming that's also Young Thug. That's also unknown.
Yes.
Also important to your investigation, correct?
Yes.
Also publicly available for anyone to see and capture.
Now, this could end up revealing that Melly's team YNW has street ties connected to Young Thug's team YSL. There's been an ongoing theory in the police department for over 10 years now that the millionaire rappers, when they get these massive $1 million record deals, they end up funneling that money into their street teams for firearms, narcotics, or to even put money onto someone. And the last thing they want is all of these rappers teaming up with each other on the streets. More money equals more power. But what also happens often in street teams is that street members will often share way too much on social media, just like Melly and Young Thug did. But we also recently saw another man named J Hood, a close friend of late King Von and someone that lived inside of O Block, ended up sharing a secret that YNW Melly told King Von in confidence.
Did Von really tell you that Melly told him that he was two friends?
He ain't come out and say, we got into an argument. And so, if when people could say something without saying it. And so he told me, once I posted what I posted, Von was mad at me. Bro, why you put up there, bro? Well, out the bam, I'm like, you sitting up here, the love we got. You do this for us. but you gonna trust that his two friends? And he said, them was trying to extort him. And so I'm like, if they was trying to extort him, then why are you still around them?
When J Hood officially announced this, allegedly people in his block ended up getting really angry at him, unfollowed him on all social medias, and even may have went after him in the street, as he just revealed a secret that Melly told King Von in confidence that Von accidentally may have shared with a few O-Block members. But it does seem likely that Sack Chaser and Juvie could have been going after YNW Melly for financial gain, and it's also very likely that this new interview from J Hood will be getting used against Melly in the upcoming retrial, which ends up aligning perfectly with what Rap OG Boosie said about YNW Melly, where he said when the feds want you, they'll do anything to get you, such as using any piece of evidence that they truly can against him.
Now they're putting even more charges on him, and then
when they want you, they want you. I knew they wanted them bad when they waited for that law to get passed. They waited all the way.
Penalty.
So it'd be 8-4.
Oh, right. Yeah.
They waited all the way till that law got passed to take him to trial.
Yeah, he was in jail for what, 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah, they could have been took you to trial.
You're right.
They waited till that law got passed and took him to trial a couple months later. When they want you, man. Just don't see how he didn't get a bond after a fucking mistrial.
Yeah.
That made me like, God damn.
Yeah.
Like, after a mistrial, that doesn't happen, really.
As when you pair all of that hard evidence against the evidence already against YNW Melly, it answers why he was denied his bond and why his jail situation is as bad as it is. As evidence from Melly's cell phone revealed text messages of Melly literally admitting to doing the crime.
The PZ Gambino account asked him if he was okay, and his response was, I did that, and placed a smiley face emoji.
And the next message from 10/26/2018 at 16:02, the YNW Melly count says what?
After that, SHHHH.
With also the hard evidence that Sergeant Williams shared during the original Melly trial, where he would reveal that there is no way this could have been a drive-by, and the person that committed the crime had to have been sitting from the back left seat.
That has some movement in it, which is round site L here. The actually moving in that to create the little bit of a that you see there.
Number, you said 17 outside the car. How many rounds were inside the car?
3.
And can you exclude the for Mr. Williams and Mr. Thomas as coming from outside of the car?
Yes.
So with Williams revealing the crime must have happened inside of the vehicle during the Melly trial, this is why we saw YNW Juvie's mother go on the stand and share exactly who was sitting there.
Can you state your name, your full legal name for the jury?
Leon Phillips.
Okay. And are you related to one of the victims in this case?
Yes, I am.
How so?
I'm his mother.
And who is that?
Christopher Thomas.
Positive 2/19/15. Ms. Phillips, did you see who entered into the occupants who entered into that gray Jeep?
Mm-hmm.
And is that a yes?
Yes.
Do you recognize where your son entered that gray Jeep?
Yes.
Which seat, if you can identify for the jury?
He got in the back seat on the right hand side.
Did you recognize the individual that got into the back seat on the left side, the rear driver's side?
Yes.
And who was that individual?
Jamel.
And Jamel, is that the defendant, Jamel Demons?
Yes, ma'am.
While it seemed as if things could not get any worse, they actually do, as just this week, rappers stated that Melly's trial has now hit a critical state due to new evidence against him. And let me explain. It all begins with the news outlining his newest charges.
The state filing 6 new charges against Demons and 2 others who were allegedly involved. The charges include tampering with a witness, directing the activities of a criminal, solicitation or conspiracy to commit tampering, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Now, a couple of those charges actually carry a life in prison sentence if there's a conviction. YNW Melly, his real name is Jamel Demons. He's actually in plain clothes in the courtroom for the first time in months, again, as this judge really starts the long process of seating a new jury.
As these new charges were all connected to YNW Bortland's massive mistake. It would be announced that Bortland was arrested for witness tampering while his house was being raided by the feds, they ended up finding insane paperwork against Bortlen and Melly.
Melly's co-defendant YNW Bortlen was booked into a Miami jail Monday night and is being held behind bars on an out-of-county warrant. We just confirmed the warrant is out of Broward County for witness tampering. The warrant obtained by Law and Crime Network states as follows. On or about April 10, 2023, continuing through and including July 22, 2023, Cortland Henry, aka Bortlen, along with others, did unlawfully and knowingly engage in misleading conduct toward another person with the intent to cause or induce them to withhold testimony. The warrant continues the alleged witness had been summoned by the legal process to the jury trial of Jamel Dimmons, aka YNW Melly. The dates in the warrant are important. Jury selection for Melly started in mid-April, and a judge declared a mistrial on July 22nd, the same day the warrant claims Bortlen allegedly tampered with the witness.
As it would be officially announced by Bryson Paul, here are the images of alleged notes discovered during the home raid of YNW Bortlen's home last week, as filed by the Broward clerks by the state. Alongside these photos here of YNW Bortlen detailing in a drawing where certain jurors were sitting, and even a description of what they looked like during the original Melly trial. To understand how serious this is, here's DJ Academics' reaction.
To keep it real, this is sloppy. Bortlen, how the f you gonna have the notebook of the jurors in your house? Like, god damn. Holy sh**. You know what I mean? Like, brother, like, come the f on. It's like doing a and having the surveillance tape in your DVD player or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like they raid your crib and the surveillance footage of the is in your DVD player. They be like, oh, okay, thank you, brother. This can't be at your crib.
Now, with all of the new evidence going against Melly, the lawyers that are working for Sack Chaser and Juvie's family recommended Juvie's father to do an emergency interview, basically giving more fuel to the new lead prosecutor against Melly. As during a new interview, Juvie's father would expose how Melly and Bortlen were witness tampering, and even what code words they were using to make Melly's ex-girlfriend not testify against them.
Both Melly, Jamel Dimmons, YNW Melly, and Cortland Henry, who is known as YNW Bortlen, are now charged with witness tampering. It sounds like the prosecutors are saying there was this kind of crazy way that Melly was communicating. He wasn't allowed to use the phone, but he was passing notes to people, and then this person's calling this person, and then that person.
Saying like to me, they going through extreme measures to try to cover up or convince people not to testify, like Mariah mom. They was using code words like Rihanna and A$AP Rocky's baby mom. And
however, it's when YNW Juvie's father would share next. He would end up revealing what happened on the morning of the crime, the moment that he drove down to clarify to law enforcement that it was his son that sadly passed, as YNW Melly's mother told Juvie's father something very strange.
He wasn't, he had switched vehicles. At least that's what they said in the first trial, that he had gotten into, it was suggested through a defense witness, the one and only defense witness, that he had gotten into that other vehicle.
Yeah, they was telling me that I drove down there that morning to go identify Chris. I met Moretti down there that morning, other 26. And on the way down there, when I talked to Jamie, she told me the same thing. Like, Elder, don't talk to the media and tell them Melly wasn't there. Instantly, my antennas went up because I didn't understand. Like, I knew from that day, I knew something was up.
As Juvie's father is dropping insane evidence that we have never even heard before. He would also then end it off on a sad note. He would end up sharing the last moment that he saw his son Christopher, including on how the trial is affecting him and his family.
Last time I spoke to Chris was like 2 days before the incident. Him and Melly FaceTimed me, and that's the last time I saw him. Last time I spoke to him was like that same week, man. It just hurt me to see that the love that he had for Melly to do that to him. I see if it was one of his enemies or somebody, he did something wrong or something, but the way it happened, how it happened, who did it, it just all heartbreaking on both sides.
All of this legal wrangling that's leading to a delay in the second trial, how are you?
I'm taking it one day at a time. You know, you got to go through this process once again. Gotta relive it once once again.
However, it's also very affecting YNW Melly's mother's life as well in a major way. Melly's mother ran into health concerns due to the stress of everything that happened during the original Melly trial. It got so bad that Melly even had to ask her if she's okay inside a court.
Sorry.
We would then even see Boosie react to everything Melly's mother's gone through and even some added information that you're gonna want to hear.
Okay, so then I met his mama while he was in.
Oh, okay.
I met his mom while he was in, and she real, bro. You know, she real.
She's stressed out. I heard she had a.
Yeah, she real, and I reached my hand out to him, cause I'm real. Yeah, I reached out to him, bro. I met his mom, and she a good woman, bro. And when I see them mamas like that, it remind me of what my mom was going through, bro.